This is Easy Lithuanian video series, a simple way to learn Lithuanian grammar. And today we'll learn about the instrumental case. This is the introduction or part 1. So I assume you have seen the videos about accusative, genitive, and dative. Now it's time for instrumental. And well, as I say, for the very basics, you should learn accusative and genitive, and perhaps locative and vocative. To talk about places, to call people, to talk about negative verbs, and to use some verbs, and to use normal verbs in very simple sentence construction. So these are the 4 basics. But now let's learn about instrumental case. And you would ask, why should I learn? Well, instrumental case is used with the preposition so, for example, and this preposition is used with many verbs that denote the reciprocal action, an action that happens from 2 sides, from 2 people at the same time, simultaneously. So, well, basically, all cases are useful to know, and well, perhaps at first it's good to learn the basics and the endings for the most frequent endings for nouns in those 3 cases, and then go to the instrumental. But it's good to learn this instrumental case, and let's start our lesson. So the instrumental case, you see the name. It has to do with instruments, and actually one of the meanings, one of the cases when instrumental is used is when the object is used as an instrument. So you can see the association here. If the word functions as an instrument, it is being used. It's the meaning of instrumental. So at first it could be a state of a person or an object. It could be a person that is described, or you'll see some examples later. So basically, to work as someone. This is the usage of instrumental. Now, the second usage is objects for some verbs. Well, the verbs are related with states, the states of the object, of people. For example, to talk with, to argue with, and to text with someone, to greet someone, well, literally to greet with, and so on, to marry to, but literally to marry with. So basically, these are those verbs that have either don't have a preposition, or the verbs that have the preposition so, which means with. So we have to know some verbs that require instrumental. Now the third usage is when a noun denotes time or road. You'll see those examples. And the fourth object used as an instrument. So basically this is it. You'll see the examples. Let's see what about the state of an object. For example, Jonas yra mokytojas. Jonas yra mokytojas. Jonas is a teacher. So this is the subject of a sentence, nominative case. This could be called the predicate part, the predicate, and as in the video about nominative case, I've said that nominative is used as the predicate. So Jonas is a teacher, you have to use nominative case. But now, in this sentence, we see instrumental. Jonas dirba mokytoju. Jonas dirba mokytoju. Jonas is working or works as a teacher. It have the meaning of as a, to work as a teacher. It's a state of a person. So we use instrumental case. As turns to o. We could also memorize, perhaps or not, that dirbti kuo requires instrumental case, to work as someone. To show occupation, we use the instrumental case, and we put the noun in the instrumental case, the name of the occupation. So with these states, for example, to work as, we can use and we must use instrumental. The second usage, objects for some verbs. You'll see the verbs later. The list of verbs. Now let's see some sentence examples. Džiaugiuosi tavimi. Džiaugiuosi tavimi. Džiaugiuosi means I'm happy about, or I'm glad about you. And tu, you, turns to tavimi. Tavimi. Or in colloquial speech, in spoken Lithuanian, tavim. Džiaugiuosi tavim. Džiaugiuosi tavim. Or džiaugiuosi tavimi. I'm glad or I'm happy about you. So this verb uses instrumental always. Now, mama rūpinasi vaiku. Mama rūpinasi vaiku. Mama rūpinasi vaiku. The mom is taking care of the child. Another verb, rūpintis, to take care of, we use instrumental, not any other case. So vaikas turns to vaiku. Sergu gripu. Sergu gripu. I'm having flu, or I'm ill with flu, I'm sick with flu. It's a state. You say the name of the disease, the illness, in instrumental case. So gripas turns to gripu. I'm having flu. I'm sick with flu. Sirgti, to be sick. Sergu, I'm sick. Sergu gripu, I'm sick with flu. So again, it's like a state. You see that almost always you can subconsciously, well, not subconsciously, but you can understand and grab the meaning of instrumental. It's like a state or an instrument, and with most verbs you can get the sense of this literal translation of the usage of instrumental. So gripas turns to gripu. Now the third usage, roads and time. So let's see what about this usage. Važiuokite šitą gatvę tiesiai. Važiuokite šitą gatvę tiesiai. Važiuokite šitą gatvę tiesiai. Go along this street straight. Or to go through this street. This is the plural imperative for the second person plural. Važiuokite šitą gatvę tiesiai. Važiuokite šitą gatvę tiesiai. Go through this street straight. So šita gatvė turns to šita gatvė. This is instrumental because you go through the street or along the street. And if you saw the lyrics video about the Kastytis Kerbedis song, and this is perhaps the third lyrics video in the playlist. It should be uploaded perhaps at this time when I publish this video. If you saw this video, that video, there was a line, Aš ėjau kalnais, I went through the mountains. So it's like a road. I went through the mountains. Instrumental is used. Aš skridau ir dangumi. I also flew through the sky. I was in the sky. I also flew through the sky. So again, we use instrumental to show roads, to use that you move along something. So to move along the street, to move on earth, to walk on earth, to fly through the sky, and so on. We use it with roads and so on. Laisvalaikiu, this one is about time. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. In the free time, I like to fish. Žvejoti. In the free time, I like to fish. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. Or fishing, but this is infinitive. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. In the free time, I like fishing. Laisvalaikiu mėgstu žvejoti. So you see, in free time, in English you say in free time, but in Lithuanian, laisvalaikis turns to laisvalaikiu in the instrumental case. Because this is a word denoting time, and when you want to say in, you use instrumental case, at least for this word. But don't confuse with the other time words that use accusative. For example, vasara, in summer, we use accusative. Or savaitgalį, on weekend, we use, again, accusative. So this time usage with the instrumental case is only applies for certain nouns, like laisvalaikis. Now, darbo metu, during work time or during work hours, negalima tinginiauti. Negalima tinginiauti. Negalima, it's not allowed to, literally, tinginiauti, to be lazy. So during work hours, or during the time of work, or while you work, it's not allowed to be lazy, literally, but you shouldn't be lazy. This could be the meaning. So during when you work, you shouldn't be lazy. During the time of work, it is not allowed to be lazy, literally. So you see, darbo metas is the time of work. Metas means a time, and darbo of work, a genitive. So time of work, darbo metas, this means working hours, or the time when you work. But when you want to say during your work hours, you have to use instrumental. So darbo metas turns to darbo metu. And I could say that darbo metas is not used in nominative case, just like it is written here. No, it's not used in nominative. Well, you could say dabar darbo metas. Now it's the working hours. It's the time of work. Now, dabar darbo metas. But basically, I could even guess that the instrumental with this is used even more frequently than the nominative. So darbo metu, during work hours. Negalima tinginiauti. You're not allowed to be lazy. Something like this. Now one more denoting time is with the meaning of each or on. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. On Saturdays, or each Saturday, I go to the cinema. Kinas means cinema, so į kiną, to the cinema. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. Šeštadieniais einu į kiną. On Saturdays, or each Saturday, I go to the cinema. Again, this phrase requires instrumental. Well, because you have to remember this. This is quite a useful thing to remember. If you want to say on each Saturday, you have to use the instrumental of the plural. So we have the word šeštadienis, Saturday, šeštadieniai, šeštadieniai, plural, and šeštadieniais, plural, instrumental. So when you want to say on Saturdays, you use only Saturdays in instrumental case, and this means each Saturday. So this is the instrumental of plural for the day of the week. So you can say pirmadieniais on Mondays, antradieniais on Tuesdays, trečiadieniais on Wednesdays, and so on. So šeštadieniais on Saturdays, or each Saturday. This is a useful thing to know. So the third usage, roads, and when you travel somewhere, you use there's some medium, some road, some sky or earth or something, and time in free time, during work hours, on each day of the week, and so on. Now, the last usage is with the tools or modes of transport. Let's see the sentence example. Write your name with a ballpoint pen. Parašykite savo vardą tušinuku. Parašykite savo vardą tušinuku. Parašykite savo vardą tušinuku. Tušinukas means a pen or a ballpoint pen that doesn't write with ink. So write your name with, well, in English you could say with, and in Lithuanian you could also say su tušinuku, but perhaps more often the construction that is more frequent is without the su preposition. So tušinuku means with a ballpoint pen, because this instrumental case carries the meaning with in itself. We can understand the with, we can see the with from the ending, from the case, and that's the function of noun cases. So this is like a tool, and you write something with, or you cut something with your scissors. So žirklės is plural, so žirklėmis with scissors. You write, you cut, cut something with a knife, peiliu, peiliu. With a knife, with such tools you use instrumental case. Now, next sentence. I like to bicycle. Well, to cycle, or to literally to go with on bicycle, or with bicycle, literally. So važiuoti means to go somewhere with a car or with another vehicle, and važinėti to go around from one place to another. So basically when you're cycling, it's just a leisure activity and you go from one place to another. It's a continuous action. You say važinėti. And with bicycle, dviračiu, literally. So dviračiu means not by bicycle, but using a bicycle, perhaps. This is the best translation. Using a bicycle. Mėgstu važinėti dviračiu. Mėgstu važinėti dviračiu. Mėgstu važinėti dviračiu. I like to cycle. Važinėti dviračiu. This is dviratis turns to dviračiu because a sound alternation happens. This is is nouns have a soft ending in instrumental, and since this is a soft ending, the t has to change to ch. So čiu, dviračiu, dviračiu. Sound alternation. Now, by what did you go to Klaipėda? This is a Lithuanian city, and it's a port. By train or by car? By what did you go to Klaipėda? By train or by car? Kuo means literally by what, because kas means what or who, and kuo the instrumental case for this pronoun, since pronouns have cases. Kuo važiavai į Klaipėdą? Traukiniu ar mašina? Kuo važiavai į Klaipėdą? Traukiniu ar mašina? One more time. Kuo važiavai į Klaipėdą? Traukiniu ar mašina? What did you use to go to Klaipėda? A train or a car? We can translate it this way. And traukinys turns to traukiniu because this is instrumental, and mašina turns to mašina. Actually, it doesn't change, since remember the easy rule that the feminine nouns ending in do not change in instrumental. They do not change in, so you've got mašina, the instrumental is mašina. You have mama, mom, the instrumental is mama. Galva, head, galva. Those are all the same nouns. The endings do not change. And traukinys changes to traukiniu. So kuo is the instrumental of kas. Kuo važiavai į Klaipėdą? Traukiniu ar mašina? Again, this is a mode of transport. So remember, tools and transport. Now let's see how the endings change. Just a small overview. You see that just like kas changes to kuo, as changes to only o. Since, you know, the diphthong kuo is there because perhaps in older times and previously all nouns had o endings, just like kas, kuo, what, nominative and instrumental, kas, kuo. Perhaps other nouns had o endings, but they were shortened and became o. So as changes to o, is changes to ö, and is changes to ö. Soft endings. So if you have skėtis, an umbrella, su skėčiu, with an umbrella, you have the sound alternation. Remember this. So whenever there's a soft ending that has a softening sign, like here, there's also here a softening sign, you have to do the sound alternation. E changes to e, like gėlė, flower, su gėle, with a flower. Mama, mama, doesn't change. Very simple. Remember, this is almost the second easiest thing in Lithuanian noun endings in various cases, since and it's almost easier than the plural genitive, which ends in u or u, unosne letter, always plural genitive, but a doesn't change. What a nice surprise. Tens of endings and one does not change. Is for feminine nouns. For example, stotis, a station, changed to stotimi. And it is shortened in informal Lithuanian, in spoken Lithuanian, to just stotim. So stotimi or stotim. And yeah, so basically is for the feminine nouns. Stotis, mirtis, death, and so on. And is, this is for the masculine nouns. Dantis, tooth. Dančiu, dančiu, with the teeth. Su dančiu. Us, turgus, marketplace. Turgumi or turgum. Again, can be shortened. Vanduo, water. With water. Su su vandeniu. The ending is different here. It's eniu. So vanduo, vandeniu, with su vandeniu, with water. Akumuo, akmeniu, stone. Sorry for the typing mistake. So yeah, these are the endings for singular. You see, well, perhaps I don't think that they are extremely hard. No, just have to have some examples, and in the part 2, which I will upload in the future, hopefully you'll see some examples. And now for this time, at this moment, you can check out some lyrics videos or the Learn Lithuanian with Texts series, where we naturally encounter some instrumentals. So you can check them out in the dictionary, and you'll see how the endings change. And if you have any questions, pose them. Now, remember the sound alternations. Again, this only 2 words, so marti, marčia, pati, pačia, naturally sound alternation happens. But you have to remember this sound alternation. Skėtis, skėčiu, umbrella. Now, plural is, I would say, pretty easy. If you know how to make the plural nominative, the plural instrumental is, I think, easy. I think even easier than the singular. So you have I changes to ice, a changes to ace, nothing changes, only s is added. Like namai, namais, a home. Keliai, roads, keliais. Is changes to imis or im. So for example, stotys, stations, turns to stotimis or stotim. But those feminine nouns that have plural is, well, are not very frequent, but there are some. Us, again, not frequent, only the word sūnus, sons, sons, sūnumis or sūnum. Another possible could be turgus, marketplaces, turgum or turgumis. Endings can be shortened. Os, these two, feminine, frequent. Os, for example, mamos, moms. So mamomis. Oh, too many m's. So let's take another word. For example, lampos, lamps. And with lamps, so lampomis, lampomis, or lampom, lampom. The ending is m if you speak informal Lithuanian. If you're just using spoken Lithuanian. And es, gėlės, flowers, su gėlėmis, with flowers, su gėlėmis, or in spoken Lithuanian, su gėlėm, gėlėm. So I think that those endings are pretty easy, and actually you see that the ending, the vowels before the s do not change. For example, o and e, and others are only shortened. E turns to I and u turns to o. The s is taken out and m is put in, and is added if you're using formal Lithuanian. And if you have I or a, you only add s, so you get ice, ace. Simple, very simple. If only you could say genitive and accusative were so simple. Unfortunately. Whenever anyone is speaking Lithuanian, when you're hearing that a word that's probably a noun ends in m, for example, im, om, em, su gėlėm, and so on, if the word ends in m, perhaps it is instrumental, plural. Or ice, ace, it's plural instrumental, because you'll hear šeštadieniais, sekmadieniais, on Saturdays, on Sundays, you'll see and hear this ending. And what about the singular? Well, for masculine, as is, you have o, ö, s is taken out and a turns to o, e turns to e. A doesn't change, very easy. S changes to im, os changes to and o changes to eno. I don't think that this is very hard either, but of course you need practice and more examples. So in the future there will be the part 2, hopefully, and at this stage just watch some videos and be aware about the instrumental that occurs here and there. Thank you for watching, ačiū kad žiūrite, and have a nice day.